Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Clara Rose. I, of course, am Clara Rose. Every week, I come to you with information that I think is going to help you be a more savvy entrepreneur. And that just means the tips, tricks, tools, all the things that you need to know in order to be savvy in your business, ministry, cause, or brand. So not just entrepreneurs, of course, but anyone who's wanting to be more savvy in their business. Last week, we had a hurricane week, and so we weren't here, but all is well, and we're back in the studio today. I want to welcome those of you who are here for the very first time. Today is like step 2 or part 2, a little more advanced in Canva training. So if you haven't seen the first one, be sure and go back and watch the Canva 101 video so that you get like the basics. If you already have the basics in Canva, of course, feel free to just hop right into this training. You will learn something, I'm sure. Unless you're like an expert in Canva, hopefully I can give you some knowledge today. Every week I try to give you something that you can take away, something actionable, or I bring in a guest who talks with you specifically about something that they're doing. Maybe they're an author and they're showing off their latest book, talking about a book launch, or maybe they're a small business owner doing something interesting or unique that I think you would find interesting, and I bring them to you. But today, since I don't have a guest, I am doing another training. If you have been here with me before, welcome back, my friend. All right, let's dive right in. I have lots to say, and we only get 30 minutes together, so I don't want to waste any of it. Let's hop into Canva. Now, if you have a Canva account, you may have the free account, and that's okay. You can do a lot of really great things with the free account. Just know that your limitations are that you don't get the brand kit portion of it that you do with the Pro Kit. Now, if you haven't even heard of the Pro Kit, let me just give you the rundown basics of it. It's cheap. It is really, really inexpensive to have the Pro Canva. I think it's $14.95 a month, and you can pay all year, actually, like for a whole year, and you even get a deeper discount. So as far as tools go, I think everybody should have this tool in their toolbox. It creates all of your graphics for you in a super easy way. So if you go with the free, which you totally could, you're going to not get the extras like the brand kit, which lets you load your colors, your fonts, some of those things that happen automatically for you when you start a new design. Or you can just change that. So if that's not that big of a deal, you can change your fonts as you go. The other thing that you don't get is you don't get 100% free photos. So they still have some of the really cool photos that you're going to pay for. They're only $1 a piece, and if you're not like a heavy content creator, you might not care if you have to pay $1 here and $1 there. But I use so much content in my Canva, and I've been using it since I think 2013 or 12 or something. Been using it a really long time. So over the years, I would have really racked up quite a debt using all the pictures. I'm in Canva every single day, and my in-house staff also uses Canva for creation. So lots and lots of benefits to having the Pro account. I'm not actually paying for those extra things, and it's unlimited storage as well. I even have a couple of websites that are built and hosted through Canva, which are ranking very well, so I'm excited about that. Okay, I have this post pulled up for you. You can see that it is for Home Pros Maintenance, and Home Pros Maintenance is one of the companies that my husband and I own. They do small repairs. Right now we're really helping people with hurricane repairs a lot. So this is a post that our in-house person created for us. If you are not tech savvy and you don't want to create things in-house, pay a full-time person, I do have a resource for you that I will share at the end of today's video. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is just something that our in-house staff put together for us. It has the logo for the company, then it has some pictures in it about hurricane damage, right? Some water, some tile, some siding that maybe came off during the hurricane. This particular siding is the vinyl, but any of the other kinds of siding out there need to be repaired as well. This is just a good picture saying, hey, this is siding that we're talking about. So in Canva, something that I want to point out, is Canva gives you the ability to make sure that all of your colors have harmony. So I'm going to just click on right here behind this, the box kind of behind all the things, and see how this little gray square popped up right here. If we click on that, this is actually the color that it is. So if you wanted to know what that color was, you could hover over it. It's going to give you the hex code numbers so you could see what color code you're working with. But this is what I wanted to point out. Right down here it says photo colors. So of all of the photos that she dropped into this particular, I think this was a Facebook post that she was creating, here's all of the colors that are in each of those. So if you wanted to be sure that your background color matched exactly the colors that are in these pictures, you could do that by picking any one of these colors. So I'm going to just drop on this one right here and click on it, and you'll see it all changed to that picture color, right? I could drop on a different color until I've decided which one that I thought was the best. Ooh, that's ugly. That's not the best fit. That one could work. I think this may have been where she originally had it right there. You'll also notice under brand kit right here on the left, these are the brand colors for my business and the brand colors for Statewide Blinds, which is another one of our businesses. It is also the brand colors for Home Pros, you'll notice. Those are sister companies, so it makes sense for the brand colors for both of them to live in there. And of course, all the logos and stuff are in there. So this is just kind of gives you an idea of what's possible as far as colors go. You absolutely can have everything in your post matching perfectly. I happen to like that because I'm weird about color and design. Other people aren't as particular, but let me tell you, it makes a difference when things don't look right. People don't always recognize what it is that doesn't look right, but they will recognize that something is amiss. Okay, enough about color. So let's go back to some of the other elements that are in this particular post that she created. Of course, there's our logo. So if we click on that, you can see that that logo can be replaced. You can have one already uploaded, and ours are uploaded right here in the upload button on the left. If you click on uploads, all of our logos, any pictures we've uploaded, any extras are living right over there in our uploads. Click on it and see what, oh, lots of good stuff over there. All right, let's go back to text here. Some of those are clients, so they probably don't want their picture blasted all over the place. Okay, so that lets you see where you can just upload whatever you'd like. And then of course, grab a corner, resize it. And Canva does a really nice job of giving you lines. So see how, now I know that that's centered because the little lines popped up. I'm centered above, absolutely centered in that space. Really important to me, those kinds of weird little things. Okay, let's go over to this piece over here. I think that this one, I'm gonna see if I can bold it. Nope, I can't bold that. I think that's because this one happens to be Railway, which is a preload that some of my stuff is done in. So I'm gonna pull the drop-down menu. I'm gonna come over and see if I can find something I like that is a little more bold, so it stands out. I kind of like this one, but it's way too big for that space now. So see right here, I can change that by hitting that little button right there. And I think that I like that better. Stands out a little bit more, nice and easily readable font. Okay, all right, this one right here is kind of bugging me because it goes too close to the edges. I can make it smaller by grabbing this part right there and then just dropping down a couple of sizes. So I didn't want to drop the whole thing down, just the middle portion so it wasn't so close to the edges. So that works for me. So I'm pretty happy with that. See how easy that is? And then I think I'd like this to be spaced a little more evenly. So do you see that when I grabbed that, a little 36 and a 36 popped up above and below that text box? That's telling me that the spacing from the Need Hurricane Repairs and this text box and the next space down are the same. That makes me happy from a graphic standpoint. It just means there's visual balance. Now, like I said, you may not care about those things, but when your pictures look off, people notice. All right, let's pop over here to this. I'm gonna click on this. See how this has a box inside a box? So this is a cool feature that you can find under the text tab over here. It lets you just drop in plain text and pick your own, or it gives you sample ideas of things that are going to look good together. So for instance, this one has the word maintenance in the outline, which is a nice look, but it also pairs it with a different font that I don't 100% love that other font, but I don't hate it. So I'm just going to look for something that I do like. I think I do like the way that it's stacked. So I'm not going to ungroup them, although if you notice, the word ungroup right here popped up when I clicked on this. That just means these are linked together. I could grab them and move the whole thing. See how I can move the whole thing around? Or I could ungroup them by clicking ungroup. Now these are separate pieces that I could get rid of. So for instance, there's something right here that I'm just going to delete. There's probably supposed to be words there she just didn't use. But now I can change the font in one of the pieces easily. And I think that I'm going to go find something different and see if I'm happier with it. Let's come over here and grab a different. All right, of course I have to highlight it. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's what it is. Let's see what that one looks like. Oh, I don't like that one. That one. All right, so maybe she picked one that I'm gonna like. Try that one. Nope. Okay, so the point is you can see that you have the ability to make it completely custom. And why is that important? This is important because even though this template was one that was already in the system, Canva has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of, maybe thousands of templates in there to choose from. It is 100% customizable because every color, every font, everything that you add or move is 100% customizable to your brand. And that's what makes this tool so powerful for you as a business person, right? It lets you be uniquely you, even though you started with the same template as somebody else using Canva, you ended up with a completely different look in the end. It's also a really great starting point for anything that you want to do on a regular basis. So a good example, let me see if I can click over to our, my mouse is going crazy on me. I was hoping I could easily find our Friday shout out. I don't easily find one. So Danielle in-house has created something that she sends out every single Friday that's very specifically a thank you to our clients who have given us a great review. So we came out and did some business for them, and they sent us something saying, wow, 5 stars, we, love these guys. So we'll do a shout out every Friday for them saying, hey, thanks for the love, thanks for the shout out. So we get their name out there and our name back out there as well. Okay, I'm going to click on another one just to show you some other things that we have the ability to do within Canva. Okay, so this is something that Danielle created that's for one of our other businesses. So this is me, the Clara Rose and Company business. I talk really often about strategy and intention around creating your book. So she created this for me around the idea of influence matters. And each of these pieces, I'm actually going to swivel this one because I think I'm going to like it swiveled. Each of these pieces move independently, and you can do whatever you would like with them. So I'm showing you this one because I like the way that she built the layers into it. And each of these pieces are completely independent, including these books with the transparent background. Here's another one that you could ungroup if you wanted to make some changes there. And then this is also 2 that were together. We could ungroup and move them independently of each other if you wanted. Let's see if there's anything else on there that's cool. I want to show you this background thing, the splash. I'm not sure what this is. So the place that she found this, for those of you who are curious, is she went over to Elements, which is here on the left, clicked Elements. And then she put in elements. You notice there's like a bazillion things you could find in here. And she did, let's say, a splash. Let's see what comes up for splash. So you'll notice you can have graphics or photos. You can add videos. And then here's a whole bunch of other things. Let's go color splash. Okay, so some of these color splashes are going to have a background and some of them aren't going to have a background. So this one, for instance, doesn't have a background. So you can do whatever you want with it. You can also resize it. Let's see, grab a hold of it. All right, and the reason I'm showing you this particular one is I want you to see what else you can do with it. Now, it's right on top of everything, and I want to push it to the back. So we go to position, right there. See over here, this popped up. This is how you can arrange it. You can forward to the front, to the back, or backward. So the farther back that I push it. All right, let's push this one back too, because I lost my picture of my girl. Backward. Oh, did I delete her? Maybe I deleted her accidentally. Maybe I deleted her. All right, we're going to go up to this little undo button right here in the upper left. We're just going to undo everything that we just did. There, now we're back to where we were. Great little tool for people who are not, don't be afraid to get in there and just play and move things around, but that backup button is a really great tool that you will use over and over and over, I assure you. Okay, we're going to pop back over to our main and let's see if there's anything else that I can teach you guys really specifically today. I'm going to come right here. This must be new. I haven't even seen this yet. This wonderful thing about having an in-house person doing your stuff is that things pop up that you have never seen. You're like, oh, I kind of like this. I think I want this to be a little bit away from the edge. So I'm going to do that. And a little bit away from the edge because I'm funny that way. There we go. I do like the flower. I like the lady. I think I want this to come up a little bit. So you notice how this is grouped together? That's just one of those, remember when we were in text? One of the texts is one of these styles that you can choose from over here. And there's a bunch of them to choose from. You'll find those ones that you like specifically and you use them over and over. And that doesn't matter because remember I said everything's customizable. So it's going to look different as you change the fonts or you move things around. So let's ungroup this guy right here. Okay. Because I think I want this to be a little higher. And I think I want this. Well, maybe I'm just not liking the font that it is. It's the spacing that I'm not loving. So maybe I will just drop in some more spacing there. Nope, maybe that's not it. Maybe it's a font. Okay, well, you can see how easy it is to get sucked into if you're a creative at all. Get sucked into this taking way more time than it should take. I want to just show you some of the capabilities, some of the things that Canva can do for you. Okay, so whilst we're in this picture right here, and I've played with it a little bit, I'm going to show you my favorite thing about the Canva Pro. Come up to this little button right up here on the upper left that says resize, and you click. Now this lets you actually change the actual width and height of this particular post or whatever you're creating. And that's wonderful if you are taking it somewhere other than the normal places that you would take it, and you need a very specific size. So if you're making postcards or you're, doing some other thing with it where it's going to the printer, you absolutely can do that. You just need to make sure that your sizing is right. So ask them what they want, and then you can give them exactly what they're asking for. Right here, this is a pixel, but you'll notice that you can be in inches, millimeters, centimeters, whatever they're asking for. And then look at this wonderful list right here of all the things this could become. So this could become a presentation, a Facebook cover, an Instagram story, talking presentation, note cards, all of the other things that it could become. I'm going to come back up here and highlight Instagram post, which is done square. And I'm going to not resize, although you could. I'm going to copy and resize. And now all of a sudden, I have a new version that is very specifically the right size and shape for Instagram. So you see that it added to the name up here, Instagram post square. Now I know that this copy, because I copied it, I didn't change the other, and this copy will 100% fit into Instagram because it duplicated it for me. Now you'll notice it did change a few things. It moved a couple things. The picture isn't as low as it was before. This isn't, the little strip isn't as in the same place it was before. So you can then of course modify. Let's say, all right, let's make her a little bit bigger in this particular post. It still looks the same as the other post. I think I'm gonna maybe just make a couple little adjustments. I'd like this to be closer to the top so it looks a little more like the other one. Maybe bring this one up a little closer to the top. And I think I might like a little more flower in this puppy right there. Kind of changed my circle, which doesn't make me 100% happy. Maybe I'll try it down here. Well, I'm going to move it right over here. I think that makes me happier. Okay, so you see that I took one post that maybe took me, took her 10 or 15 minutes, maybe 20 or 30 minutes, depending how much fun she was having. Took that one post, and in just a few clicks, I created a post for a different social media. Now that's super powerful. If you've been spending a ton of time in your social or in your social media creation tool, if you've been spending a ton of time recreating for Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all of the places that you can be, with the click of a mouse, you can instantly resize and have posts, identical posts for all of your social media. And that is a super, super powerful tool, my friend. If you've been doing it the other way, you know this to be true. Okay, I'm just going to move that down a little because that's bugging me. Move this down a little. Okay, not 100% happy with it, but it's better than it was. Okay, I'm going to go back to so I'm taking you back to our home page, and you don't even see it yet. Let's refresh the screen. Okay, so now do you notice that now there's two of them? So there's the Facebook post, which was the original. Now here's one that's for Instagram. I could go back into either of them and do the same thing I did by doing the drop-down menu, or see these little dots right here on the top of the post? I can click and I can make a copy. So now I have another copy that I could use. I'll open that copy up. So I'm never getting rid of my original post. And then let's resize it into something else. Let's resize it into, oh, my mouse is going crazy again. I don't know why it's doing that. I apologize for that. Into a presentation, Facebook cover. And then this time I'm going to hit resize because I already did the copy portion, so resize. Okay, so now we have something that will fit on a Facebook cover with all the same elements. Of course, we're going to want to move them around because now they don't fit the same because the dimensions are different. So we'll want to get in here and make these perfect for the of course, we could make it really beautiful right here and then upload it into Facebook. Facebook covers kind of cut part of that off, so it won't be perfect. Okay, I am totally out of time. I could probably get sucked into Canva for hours, like all day long. But I hope that this little glimpse at Canva has helped you to see how powerful this tool can be for you. It literally can be the go-to for all of your content creation, your digital things. You can create a logo in here. You can create a book cover, which is, we haven't really gone into that together. Maybe one of these days I'll do an entire video on just how to create an awesome book cover for those of you who are authors or just about to be authors. I do create a lot of covers for my authors in Canva. It's super easy to use. There's no coding to learn, which is a beautiful thing because I don't know coding. That wouldn't be helpful at all to me. Even a one-page website that you use to sell something specific or just get your brand name out there in a way that is super easy to put out there, and the websites seem to be ranking really well. So it's a newer product for Canva, and they have not yet come out with multiple pages. So at this point, your only option is a single page, but in truth, I'm seeing so many websites moving toward that model anyway. We're just so overloaded with all of the information in our world, right? Too much constant coming into our brains anyway. I think a simpler, cleaner website is a nicer look anyway. It absolutely is a great one page for your book. So if you're one of those authors looking for how do I get my book out there in an easy way that isn't going to require me to get a self-hosted website, WordPress, or pay for Wix every month. You don't have to do any of that. You can just build something right there in Canva and get your book out there. Okay, well, I hope that you found this useful. And if you did, be sure and tell your friends, share it with somebody. Say, hey, Clara's teaching Canva over here. Go have a look. And I will, of course, come back again and do another at some point. Hopefully next week my guests will be here now that we're past the hurricane. But thank you so much, as always, for showing up every single week to support me, to learn from me. I would love to hear from you. If there's something else I could teach you that you'd like to learn about, drop me an email over at hello@clararose.com and let me know what that is. And then, of course, if you are not wanting to do your own posting, thepostcreator.com will hook you up. She does graphics, beautiful graphics for you. All right, I'm out of time, my friends. Join me next week for more Coffee with Clara Rose. Bye-bye.